Sean Kinney. It's 4 minutes.
Alaskan Corla. Firstly, in the time available, I would like to pay my respects to Detective Garda Adrian Donoghue, who was laid to rest today. I would also like to express my deep condolences to his family, his colleagues and his friends. Many other Gardaí have been killed in similar circumstances. I particularly recall the killing of Garda Michael Reynolds in 1976 for a number of reasons. Firstly, he was shot dead in St Anne's Park in Raheny, close to where I live. And secondly, both of us went to the same secondary school in Ballinasloe at the same time, and I was acquainted with him. When someone you know is killed brutally in the line of duty, it brings home to you how that killing must impact on the family, the close friends and the colleagues of that policeman, and indeed the many other policemen on both sides of the border who have been killed since the Troubles began. I have no doubt, Alaskan Corla, that those responsible for the murder of Garda Donoghue will be brought to justice. I feel that now is not the most appropriate time to discuss the politics of policing at what is a sensitive time both for the Gardaí and for the family of Garda Donoghue. I believe that the reductions in the Garda expenditure are not the cause of the murder of the Detective Garda. Given the events of the past several days, I think this debate should have been delayed until a more appropriate time. But as it's now going ahead, I would like to briefly comment. It should be noted that the justice sector secured $2.243 billion in 2012 and $2.2 billion for 2013, which was over the amounts which Fianna Fáil would have allocated. It is also worth noting that despite the cuts in last year's budget, €4 million was made available to purchase 213 new Garda vehicles. Dedicated funding for €5 million has been made for this purpose also in 2013, and I believe that these figures speak for themselves. I'm also pleased that the new Garda Divisional Headquarters for Kevin Street in Dublin was included with two other Garda Divisional Headquarters in the special government stimulus package announced last July. The provision of these facilities will significantly enhance the Garda capacity to carry out their functions more effectively. In terms of the closure of some Garda stations, let us reflect on the reality of the Garda station network up to these closures. The network was essentially the same Royal Irish Constabulary barracks network which was left in 1922. Such a large-scale static deployment of resources is no longer appropriate in the present day, where the transport and communications infrastructure have been transformed beyond recognition. The Gardaí Síochána have a class-leading police computer system, a state-of-the-art digital radio system and a transport fleet which is currently receiving significant investment. The new Garda roster currently being piloted provides a better match between Garda availability and policing demands. We also need to be honest about the level of policing service that was capable of being provided from the stations that were and are to be closed. Of the 100 stations to be closed in 2013, 98% of them were open part-time, 94% were open for 3 hours a day or less, and 88% were served by one Garda only. I believe that everything possible, Alaskan Corla, has been done to maintain the resources available to An Garda Síochána at the highest level possible.
Thank you, Deputy.